In 1970, a brightly painted bus carried a make-believe family down what seemed like an endless highway. But every highway has a last exit. And this one led each of them somewhere no script could predict. Some are still with us. Some left us along the way. Here is where the road truly took them. Jeremy Gelbwaks was about 9 years old when cameras first rolled on the Partridge Family. Reluctant, restless, and out of his element. By all accounts, he never settled into the world of a Hollywood set. After just one season, his family relocated. The role moved on without him. Today, in his mid-60s, he is alive and well. Living a life no one in Hollywood would recognize. He studied chemistry at UC Berkeley, then earned an MBA from Columbia. He landed in New Orleans, where he built a career in management consulting and eventually ran his own company. No farewell tour, no nostalgia circuit. Jeremy chose a life that made sense to him. And that takes its own kind of courage. Brian Forster stepped into the role of Chris Partridge at age 11. He replaced Gelbwaks and stayed for the remaining 3 seasons. Easygoing, well-bred, and born into the business. His step-grandfather was Alan Napier, better known as Alfred the Butler on the 1960s Batman series. And through his mother's side, he is a direct descendant of Charles Dickens. Today, at 66, he is alive and well, far from any studio lot. After the show, he never chased Hollywood again. He became a science teacher, then a race car driver, then a winemaker in Northern California. Most child stars spend their lives trying to recapture one role. Brian Forster just kept finding new ones. Suzanne Crough was just 7 years old when she picked up the tambourine as little Tracy Partridge. Soft-spoken, red-haired, and easy to overlook. She was the quiet presence at the edge of every family scene. She left us in 2015 at the age of 52. After the show, she stepped away from Hollywood entirely. She graduated from Pierce College, ran a bookstore in Temecula, California, and later managed an OfficeMax store. She married, raised 2 daughters, and built exactly the kind of life she wanted. She once said she had a normal job. That was all she needed. Some people are born into the spotlight. The rare ones are brave enough to walk out of it. Danny Bonaduce played the family's wisecracking, red-haired middle child. He was 10 when the show began, sharp-tongued, fearless, and unpredictable. On screen, he delivered every punchline. Off-screen, the road was rougher. Today, at 66, he is still here and still talking. After the Partridge Family, his path took every detour you can name: professional wrestling, reality television, and a 35-year career in radio. In recent years, he was diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus. The condition left him unable to walk. Brain surgery brought him back. By 2026, he was on stage as a keynote speaker, raising awareness for the very condition that nearly silenced him. Some people break and disappear. Danny Bonaduce broke and came back louder. Dave Madden played Reuben Kincaid, the long-suffering manager who never quite kept up with the family he booked. Dry, exasperated, and perfectly timed. He was the straight man this show needed to stay grounded. He passed away in 2014 at the age of 82. After the Partridge Family, he kept working steadily. He landed a recurring role as Coach Earl Hicks on the sitcom Alice. He guest-starred on Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, and Barney Miller. Off-camera, he quietly took young Danny Bonaduce into his own home when the boy's family life fell apart. He never made headlines for it. He just did it. The best straight men never steal the scene. They just make sure everyone else's scene works. Susan Day was 17 when she landed the part of Laurie Partridge. She had never acted before. Poised, perceptive, and quietly ambitious. She turned a teen idol role into something far more layered than anyone expected. Today, at 73, she is alive and well, and completely out of the public eye. When the show ended, most expected her star to fade. Instead, she reinvented herself. From 1986 to 1992, she starred as Grace Van Owen on L.A. Law. She won a Golden Globe for the role. Then, In 2004, she walked away from acting for good. She moved to upstate New York and built a private life on her own terms. Susan Day proved that leaving on your own terms is its own kind of standing ovation. David Cassidy was 20 years old when he became Keith Partridge, the lead singer, the heartthrob, the face on every bedroom wall in America. Magnetic, restless, and deeply conflicted, he wanted to be taken seriously as a musician. The world just wanted a poster. He left us on November 21st, 2017. He was 67. His real-life stepmother was his on-screen mother, Shirley Jones. The pairing was accidental. Neither knew the other had auditioned. After the show, his solo career took off worldwide. For a time, he was the highest-paid performer on the planet. But fame at that level comes with a price. The pressure followed him for decades. His later years brought health struggles that few could see from the outside. David Cassidy spent his whole life proving he was more than a teen idol. He always was. Shirley Jones was already an Oscar winner before she ever climbed aboard that painted bus. Warm, commanding, and quietly unshakable, she brought real weight to a role most actresses would have played for easy laughs. Today, at 92, she is retired, at peace, and surrounded by 13 grandchildren. Before the Partridge Family, she had starred in Oklahoma, Carousel, and The Music Man. In 1960, she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in Elmer Gantry. She famously turned down the role of Carol Brady on The Brady Bunch. She chose Shirley Partridge instead. On set, she became a real anchor for the young cast. David Cassidy, her stepson in life and on screen, once called her the best role model he ever had. Everyone remembers Shirley Partridge as the mother who held that family together. Shirley Jones did the same thing, only she did it for real. More than 50 years later, the bus has parked. But the music never really stopped. Some of them are still with us. Some left us along the way. Every one of them left a mark, on the screen and on the people who grew up watching. If a Partridge song is playing in your head right now, you already know why this family mattered. Tell us in the comments which member of this cast you remember most. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is the time. There is another cast waiting, and their story is just as worth telling.